Breaking news coming out of the Southern Caribbean. The United States military, under the leadership of Hegseth and Donald Trump, would have striked another boat in the Southern Caribbean, killing 4 men, totally destroying the boat. This takes the death toll up to 87 dead so far in the Caribbean. Over 23 boats destroyed already. This is serious, my friends. This strike was carried out yesterday in the Caribbean Sea, Pacific Caribbean Sea. Hegseth, the Secretary of War for the United States of America, would have said that that boat was on its way to the United States of America. But some footage released by the media shows that the men on board were putting up their hands and surrendering. Shortly after, a US missile struck the boat, totally blowing it up to pieces inside the ocean in the Caribbean. This is like some kind of game right now, my friends. This is serious business. Several persons, including the United Nations Security on Human Rights chief, would have condemned the attack. The UK would have said that it will no longer give the United States of America intelligence because these strikes are illegal. 87 people dead so far, and this is allowed to continue. In the meantime, the US is threatening Venezuela with a strike on Venezuelan soil at any time. Donald Trump would have called the president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, and told him to leave the country immediately because the US is getting ready to strike. Nicolas Maduro would have responded and said he is going nowhere. He will fight to the very end. Trinidad and Tobago has pledged its support for the US war in the Caribbean against what it calls terrorists, narco-terrorists. Trinidad and Tobago is the only country so far in the region that has pledged support for the United States of America. The CARICOM region would have said they would like the Caribbean to remain a zone of peace. But of course, the United States of America don't care anything about any peace. They would have named a group inside of Venezuela that they said is a drug group. They named the group a foreign terrorist organization. And then the US linked Venezuelan government to that group because the US said that group is funding the Venezuelan government. So the US would have said that Maduro is the leader of a terrorist organization in Venezuela, and the US will protect its interests. So this is why the United States of America is saying it reserves the right to strike Venezuela. But of course, Nicolas Maduro would have denied any of this and said that the US is just using this drug talk just to attack Venezuela so that it can get its oil, because Venezuela is the largest, has the largest oil reserves in the world, the whole world, and the fourth largest gas reserves in the whole world. The United States of America is the richest nation on earth. Lots of lights and energy is used in America. So they need oil to produce all of that lights and to produce all of that energy for wealthy people in America. So they need oil to continue their lavish lifestyle in the US. Most billionaires on earth, the most millionaires on earth in America. They need oil to continue their lifestyle. So this is where Venezuela comes in. If the US can get rid of Maduro and install a puppet government loyal to America, it can get free oil and gas, or oil and gas at a very low rate. And this is what Maduro claims that the United States of America is end goal is. It's all about oil. That's what Maduro is saying. But Russia and China is not just looking on. Russia and China has made a statement and said that they will defend Venezuela if Venezuela is attacked by the United States of America. Some weeks ago, the Wagner plane, a Russian mercenary group linked to the military, landed in Venezuela. They are said to be hypersonic missiles in Venezuela, Russian hypersonic missiles capable of bypassing Western defense, missile defense systems. This means those hypersonic missiles can be launched from Venezuela and strike US targets in the area, even the mainland, on American soil, without being shut down. And Venezuela is said to have several of those given to it by Russia. China have said that it will not allow America to bully Venezuela, and it will defend Venezuela. So this is not just a war between America and Venezuela. This is complicated, my friend. Venezuela would have said, if the United States of America strikes Venezuela, it will attack Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago. And this is why the United States of America has been having military drills in Trinidad and Tobago and also Guyana, also on the island of Tobago. Reports are that a US Marine cargo plane landed in Tobago, offloading several Marines and military equipment. Previous to this, we have seen a massive US military buildup in the area, up to 12 US warships, including the largest and most powerful warship in the world, the USSR Ford destroyer, all in the Southern Caribbean, readying itself to fight against Venezuela. Well, they didn't say that, they said they're fighting drugs. But we all know that this is in preparation for a war between the United States of America and Venezuela. Donald Trump would have sent a message and declared that the airspace over Venezuela is closed and asked all Americans to flee Venezuela because a strike is imminent. Venezuela, Russia and China would have said that they will not honor this no-fly zone over Venezuela, and they will continue their flights as usual, because we know we have direct flights going from Russia to Venezuela and from China to Venezuela and all that. All of that will continue uninterrupted, my friends. This is serious. I want you to comment your thoughts and opinion and let me know what you think about this. Another strike in the Caribbean, killing 4 men, taking the death toll up to 87 people so far. 25 boats destroyed. Let me know what you think about this. And in other news, today is the swearing-in ceremony of the new government of St. Lucia, serving for a second term in office, the St. Lucia Labour Party. And I saw a picture of the former Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Ralph Gonsalves, on his way to the swearing-in ceremony in St. Lucia. Ralph Gonsalves would have said that he will not resign. He will fight in opposition. And Ralph Gonsalves, will be the oldest opposition leader in the whole world. However, in St. Lucia, Alan Chastet, the former leader of the opposition, I just saw a statement today. He resigned today. So Alan Chastet has resigned his position as the opposition leader of the United Workers' Party in St. Lucia after a crushing defeat, winning only 1 seat. St. Lucia Labour Party won 40 seats, and then 2 seats were won by independent candidates. Some are saying they are affiliated with the government. So how that will work is that the 2 independent candidates will decide who the leader of the opposition will be. Maybe that is why Alan Chastet resigned too. Otherwise, he will just be an ordinary member in the House of Parliament, because I can't see those 2 independent candidates deciding to give Alan Chastet the leader of the opposition. So even if he didn't resign, he still would not be the leader of the opposition in St. Lucia. I want you to comment your thoughts and opinion. Let me know what you think about all things happening in the Caribbean, especially the topic that I mentioned about another US strike in the Caribbean. This has become a norm since September. 87 dead so far. Comment your thoughts and opinion and let me know what you think about it. And if you're watching for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. On this channel, I react to breaking news that affect the African continent and the African diaspora, which the Caribbean nation islands is the largest African diaspora. You can become a member of my channel by clicking the link in this description box. Sign up to become a silver, gold or platinum member and help to support this very worthy journey. You can also check out my travel channel. I have a new travel channel. The link is in this description box, youtube.com/Beyond Traveling. Name of that channel is Beyond Travel. And to find out where I am, I normally do travel vlogs on it. To find out the island, the Caribbean island that I'm on, go on over to my travel channel and check that channel out and subscribe. But subscribe to this one first, Beyond Uncut. It's been a pleasure bringing to you the news today. Keep up to date by subscribing today. Like the video, share it with all your friends and family. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Much love. and bye-bye.